Hey guys, this is Mike, the Wrestling God Smith, and you're watching On Wrestling, the premier wrestling YouTube that focuses on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, 205 Live, Impact Wrestling, and many more. Okay, the purpose of this video is going to be for Raw, and I saw everything like you did. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the Ric Flair birthday. Happy birthday to Ric Flair, the original 16-time son of a gun, world champion, OG. I pay respect to the OG, but like I said, the thing I didn't like was the Batista come. The Batista thing, it like kind of surprised me, but it didn't surprise me. I was more pissed that he assaulted Ric Flair. That was something I was mad about, and that's something you don't do to get Triple H's attention, which I get to a certain point, but I don't know. Him being a wrestler, and I get that I did to the point, and I get that Batista's trying to do his thing, and I get it, but no. Batista, no. Dude, I get that you want a contract, you want to be here, but dude, what's the point? Like, dude, I get that, but you don't, like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. And like I said, and here's the thing, guys. I don't hate Raw. I'm not being biased like I did in my predictions. I'm not being biased. But this is what I mean. Like, the whole the Ric Flair segment was nice. And then the funny thing was, it wasn't even like, it wasn't like we didn't know Batista wasn't coming, but it was like, it was kind of like unavoidable because the dude was gonna come at some back at some point to get the title shot, and I get that, but here's the thing that gets me, right. Here's the thing that pisses me off, that I kind of feel two things. I feel two things, right. I feel two things, and to the point I'm just like, I feel two things. I do. I feel two things. I feel two different ways about it. I really do. Like, I feel that he's doing what he's doing, but Batista, like, dude, we don't really need you in this era right now. We don't need you. That's the point. That's like The Rock coming back just for him to come back, and that's the thing I don't understand. So, like, it's the same thing with TNA. It was like it's the same thing they tried. WWE does the same thing. They bring somebody back that they got rid of, or they fired, or he left of to get for future endeavors, and I get that, but it doesn't work. It broke my that was the straw that broke my back, and I'm not gonna get into a rant video because I don't want to yell. I don't want to cause myself a headache or sore throat for yelling, but I'm done. I'm done with Batista. I am done because you know what, dude. I get that Rick was their mentor, and I respect Rick Flair a hell of a lot. I do. But the one thing you don't do on Raw or even in WWE is put your hands on Ric Flair, because I'm surprised that dude didn't. I'm surprised that Triple H didn't come out and beat the crap out of Dave for that, because you know what, I just felt like, and Becky getting arrested and screwing herself for WrestleMania, like, dude, I get that, but that was the dumbest thing to do. So even if we get the match at WrestleMania, we don't even know if he's gonna have a job by the end of WrestleMania. That's how it's getting. Because this is what I mean, right? And this is what Ross, and this is what I say a lot. I'm just like, you know what? I'm really to the point, like, really, let's just get and move on. But, like, come on now. We're not even near WrestleMania yet. We're about to have Fastlane in like in a week from now. And this is what I mean, and this is what I'm talking about. Like, Raw doesn't know what to do, and this is what I mean. You give Becky a title, you give her a spot, she goes off the deep end. She's trying to be Hulk Hogan, but the difference is with Hulk Hogan being the NWO, he wasn't assaulting people. The guy was just playing dirty, just hyping people, getting on people's bad side. That's what he was doing. But he wasn't doing some crazy, like, he wasn't. And this is what I mean. We go through this a lot. We go through this a lot of times. And I don't hate the world. I don't hate people. I don't. But this is ridiculous, man. Like, that's what I mean. They don't even get that maybe we've put so many people, and we've done it so many times. And this is what I mean. This is the bag. This is the bag of tricks we do. This is the bag of tricks that everybody throws around every time at Raw because, and you know what? I get the reason Roman's gonna be back and his thing's in remission and leukemia is, and I'm actually glad that it is. But you know, like this is what I mean, right? So because we have the NXT call ups and because we have this, and this is what I was trying to say yesterday with my predictions. Like I said, Raw yesterday was a D because it wasn't like the matches were dumb. I mean, come on. And the funny thing is, right? The segments were stupid. So the moment of bliss when she had Finn Balor winning the Intercontinental title, which I like him being in that spot, but that's not a push. That's kind of a mediocre push at best. And I mean like and I'm sitting here and I'm thinking to myself, like, why? Why WWE? Why creative? Why? Why do this? Why keep doing this, man? Why keep doing this? Why keep having the problem? Why keep doing this? Why? That's what I mean, why? Like, that's my point to it. Why? Like, why do we do this? Why do we keep doing this stuff? Like, that's what I mean. It's like anybody in Raw, and I'm taking a free from CM Punk, it's like their minds don't know crap about the wrestling business, or a push, or anything, or about heels and faces. Nothing. Because we get these call-ups, we get these guys that are high flyers in the independent scene that come into WWE that go for that one spot or 2 or 3 spots, or they either become a top guy, a mid-carder, or a low-carder. Or they get out jobbered, like how Cassius Ohno is jobbered to Keith Lee and Matt Riddle. So basically we're watching a show for about 3 hours with with the segments being dry because they're drier than crackers. They're drier than Ritz crackers, and I feel like, you know what? Let's think about that for a minute. Let's think about that. Let's take a really good think about that. Let's think about that, right? We keep messing, and this is the thing. They keep messing it up. Because what we should have had a year ago, we should have had last year, we should have had Ricochet go to the main roster. Not when, near WrestleMania, we're going to make him go to Raw. And knowing he's not going to get a title shot because there's no titles to give him. That's what I mean. You give him, then you get Johnny Gargano. Surprisingly, they do better on SmackDown because they got the Bar to fight. The Bar will want to fight them, meaning that they'll have a rivalry with them because that'll mix it up. That'll mix it up on Raw. I mean on SmackDown, because SmackDown will make you feel like a star. Raw doesn't. Like, this is what I mean. Excuse my language. Man, are we going through this, right? How? How are we going through this week after week, month after month, year after year, pay-per-view after pay-per-view, and still nothing? We don't even get the results. We get a guy who was in the WWE, left, came back in 2014 for wrestling for the Royal Rumble, came back, lost at WrestleMania 30 because he wants a title shot. Now you want a title shot, bro. I get that, Dave. You want to make your idea. You want to come out and be the animal again. I get it. But when is it gonna end? This is what I don't get with Triple H. This is what I don't understand. This is what I'm not understanding with Stephanie. This is what I don't get. Right? Why? Not even not even like any other day any other time would have been fine. But you gonna come out to Raw on Ric Flair's birthday and beat him with an inch of his life on national television. And it wasn't fake and it wasn't staged. This dude literally wanted to beat the crap out of Rick. That's what I don't understand with this guy. Because you know what? Then, because, I don't mean to be the guy, guys, but where does it end? I like the Intercontinental match, but it was like, okay, Leo Rush is only getting the belt, so he can drop it to Lashley, so Lashley becomes champion again with a lackluster push because there's no push. He only gets the push if the dude gets a title shot, or he'll go after the main title, because the Intercontinental title is a major title, but if it's the push, if you're gonna get a push. That's the only reason. You don't get a push if you're not, if your push, if it's low, if you're a mid-carder, you're going to be a top guy. Meaning that Bobby Lashley is a top guy he'll be a top guy, but just not right now because his push is kind of slow. It's a slow push. And this is what I want to, and I have another question. Like, why, right? Why is Creative even giving these dudes that are mid-carders title shots? See, the people that they need to push, they won't push because they're giving them a bad. It's like they put them in a wrong angle. They put Finn in the Intercontinental title angle, which he should have had prior to after he won the Universal title the first time. He should have had that then. That would have been a good push for him to have. That way we could have had a guy, then we could have, if Brock would have came, so if Roman would have left, Finn could have felt that gap. And that's what I mean. We never have a guy to fill the gap in Raw. It never happens. On SmackDown, they got plenty of talent to fill the gap after Daniel Bryan drops the title. Meaning AJ could have it. Meaning Jeff could have it. Meaning Samoa Joe can have it. Meaning anybody on that roster from NXT or anybody from 205 can be champion. There's no gap at Raw. There's no gap point. There's only one gap point, and there's only one guy that fills that gap, and that's Brock Lesnar, if we even get him.